You're listening to Filmmakers Drinking Bourbon. Hey, what's up, Internet? Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from Brandon and
Alex.
And we're filmmakers.
We're not drinking bourbon because guess what?
It's early.
It's like 10 in the morning.
Yeah, it's early. So we're drinking coffee, water, whatever it might be. There'll be bourbon later.
I'm drinking something.
There's always time for bourbon. So
Absolutely. Especially on a day like today.
I had a couple bourbons yesterday.
You did?
I had one at lunch.
Really?
Is that a problem?
No.
Does that become a problem? No,
a connoisseur.
Yeah, I just wanted to try Colonel Taylor. It had a nice high rye sort of, had a nice little burn to it. It was pretty good.
Colonel Taylor?
Something like that. C.H. Taylor, Colonel Thomas Taylor, I don't know.
No relation to the Colonel. Kentucky Fried Chicken Colonel.
Maybe. He might be related.
They might be. I bet they go good together.
I would assume they would.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how you been, man? I haven't seen you in forever.
I've been fantastic. I've been busy.
Yeah, I know.
But fantastic. Before we get into that, I just want to get something out of the way.
Sure. What's that?
I'll give you a little cheers.
What's that?
And say happy birthday.
Oh, thanks, man.
It's your birthday.
Yeah. I was born on the winter solstice, which is today.
That's like some pagan thing.
Well, yeah. You're like the Dark Lord.
You're like a pagan god.
I'm the Dark Lord.
I see some horns there.
Yeah. I have a robe on today.
Interesting. Well, speaking of that, this is a magical reuniting of...
I know, man. So,
yes, I've been busy.
You've been busy. I've been busy. So busy that we haven't done a couple shows in like weeks.
No. We handed it off, and it's been going great.
How fun has the listener contributor content been?
It's fantastic.
So we started it. The first attempt was with Wes Langdon on the West Coast,
who killed it, by the way.
He did a great job, and it was a really fun show to listen to. They really got into some good stuff, and I thought it was fun. I don't know about you, but I thought it was fun to just be a listener.
Oh, no doubt.
So for the first time, I didn't know what was going to happen.
No.
Because I wasn't on the show.
But what I do have to say is he did such a good job of tying in like staples in the show, old episodes.
Yeah, he's definitely a listener.
Facts and figures. He does homework.
So, by the way, I got to meet him.
How'd that go?
So
at the meetup at the West Coast thing.
It was great. There was a good turnout. A couple other people that showed up that I apologize if I don't remember right off the top of my head.
Was there bourbon involved?
There was a lot of bourbon involved. But I do remember Wes was there. And it was just fun, man, to kind of hang out. If you follow us on Twitter or Instagram, you will find a picture of the homies hanging out drinking. There was a handful of us. It was fun.
Nice.
So, but yeah, he did a great job. And then just last week, we heard from Austin.
Yes, who I apologize. I haven't heard it yet. I haven't heard
okay.
It yet. No.
Oh, it's great. So he
don't ruin it for me.
I won't. But he sat down with the film commissioner of Tampa.
Yes, I saw that on Slack. I saw some details, but
exactly. So, and this is what I love about the listener contributed content is that it gives this great little snapshot into different regions that you would never really know about. Like
for sure,
who would ever think of like, Tampa's film commission is just going for it. And they're actually doing some really cool stuff, and they have a great point of view, and I thought it was really interesting to hear.
Yeah.
So that's what I really like about it, and so that's something we're going to be doing moving into 2017. Is we are going to be introducing that whenever me and you aren't available, when we're busy. You're getting ready to hop on a new film. We'll talk about that in a little bit. I've been crazy busy traveling and shooting a bunch of stuff. So whenever we can't hang out and do what we do, we're going to bring our community into the fold and let them shine a little bit and let them talk about where they're from, represent where they're at. No so we've had Tampa, we've had Florida, we've had West Coast.
Outside of L.A.
So we're looking to line up some people in the Midwest and mountain states, and so hopefully we'll be able to hear from some of these different regions.
It'd be really sweet to get some overseas views.
That's going to happen too. We've got I'm working on London right now. So if you're an avid listener of the show, and if you are like, hey, I would love to do a listener contributed content episode, we would love that. What we need you to do is join the Slack group. Go to fdbpodcast.com, join the Slack group. That's where we have a lot of, more intimate conversations.
Yeah. Or you can just go to Twitter and hit up me or Brandon, and we'll send you an email invite.
Awesome.
Do it that way, too.
Yeah. And so once you do that, connect with us and just holler at us and say, hey, man, I'd love to do an episode. And we will connect you with our producer,
which is a new addition now.
Frank, the Man of Steel.
Exactly. Who happens to be here
He's
today.
here. He's in the booth. Yeah. Frank is in the booth. So,
watching us, keeping us on a leash, making sure we don't stray too far.
So let's talk a moment about Frank. We're going to have Frank on the show, but
of course.
Today we told him he wasn't going to be on the show because we wanted to talk shit about him while he's well, he can't talk back.
And see how he deals with it.
Yeah, it's just part of the test. It's part of the process.
It's like a hazing ritual.
It is.
Yeah.
So
welcome to the show.
So because we, towards the end of this year, kept getting so busy, it was like we were scrambling just to do a show. We were scrambling to do anything.
Yeah, and it's a lot with the logistics and the scheduling and the, you know, all the producerial
talents, yes.
Exactly, which we don't always have the time to do.
Exactly. So me and you were like, we need a producer.
Yeah.
But of course, as you know, the show is not heavily funded.
No.
We are underwritten and supported by all of our friends and partners, i.e. Sound Images.
Barely keeping our head above Bourbon here. I mean,
Sound Images works for the cost of bourbon. Great guys. They do great work. We highly recommend them. You hear their tag on the end of every show.
Yeah.
If you're shooting anywhere in the Midwest, if you're anywhere in the world, actually, and you just need...
Yeah, they do remote stuff all the time.
If you need sound scoring, original, I mean, these guys are killing it. And they've been so kind to welcome us into their family. Obviously, we do real work with them as well. So we do a lot of sound mixing with those guys and scoring as well on our projects with Leap Frame and other things. So, but they've been so kind. So we have some great opportunities here. But again, we don't have a huge budget. So we were like...
not huge, we mean we don't have a budget.
Right. And so... So anyway, me and you decide we need this producer person, and we're like, okay, well, let's just see what the community turns up.
It's got to be the right person, though.
So we put out a call on a couple of our film groups in Cincinnati, the Midwest, and threw out some stuff on Craigslist, and we came across...
The Man of Steel.
The Man of Steel, which I was hesitant at first. Do you remember this?
Yes, I do.
Because I had gotten several replies, and a couple were safe.
Yeah,
there was a couple safe replies, guys who were veterans in the industry, people who knew what they were doing, and I was like, okay, these will be safe picks.
I was pretty confident, though.
And then I get this email, this crazy email, out of control email from this guy. Yeah. And he's like, here's why I need to be your producer. And he just he just went in hardcore. He was like Eminem in the booth, man. He just he went in hot and just started flowing.
There is no other option.
And so he just was like, there's no other option. You guys are crazy. This is the only option. This is why. This is my passion. I've done it before. Let's go. And I presented you some options.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, there's this guy, Frank. And part of me is like, this is the guy. And then part of me is like, I don't know. He might be a little too much. He might be too aggressive. No. To which you said...
I was like, that's exactly what we need.
Yeah.
We need a dude who's going to get in there, take charge, be the one to go to people first, not wait for them to come to him.
Absolutely.
Whole 9 yards.
Yeah, and so that's basically what happened.
Yeah.
And so we said, all right, Frank, let's meet you. So he comes over to my office. We had a great meeting. I was like, this guy's great. He's got a great point of view. He's experienced. He knows what he's doing. And I gave him the warts and all. I said, look, this is not a big budget production. You know, we'll do what we can to take care of you.
Yeah.
And, you know, this is a passion project, you know, for me and you. It's birthed out of our friendship. And I said, look, at the end of the day, this is what it's about. You know,
can you
something you still, can you dig it? And he was like, I'm in. And I said,
sweet,
welcome to the team. And literally, like the next week, I was like, well, let's just see how this goes. And I was like, Frank, here's the podcast. Here's the passwords. It was like magic. All of a sudden, like everything was just posted to Facebook. It was posted to the website. It was posted to the Tumblr. It went everywhere. And
That's exactly what we needed.
It was consistent. He was like he understood how we would talk. The tweets were perfect. And I was like, what have we been doing for the past 2 years?
I don't know how we survive without it, honestly.
So it's amazing. So anyway, super excited to have him on board. And he's going to be on the show in the new year. We're going to bring him on. But right now he's busy planning. He's thinking about content calendars, shows, guests. He's reaching out to people.
Perfect.
He's making it happen.
Good.
So that we can make it happen.
Well, we haven't been able to make it happen. We've had Wes and other contributing members making it happen. But I'm looking. That's good. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, man. So
welcome,
good times.
Welcome, Frank.
Welcome, Frank.
Yeah,
appreciate it, buddy.
We got to cheers to Frank,
the man of steel.
Boom,
boom.
Yeah. Cool, dude.
I wonder if Frank has enough bourbon, does he turn into Frank the Tank?
Ooh,
that's the real question.
That is a question. He'll do one more. Oh, that's funny.
Oh goodness,
dude. So what's been up?
Man, a lot.
This is
a lot.
I feel like there's years of stuff to catch up on.
So much content. If we start talking, we're gonna be 5 hours in.
Like you've had 3 birthdays since we last did an episode, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
I don't know.
So, yeah, I tell you what. I've got to be honest with you.
Should I sit for this?
Yes.
Okay, I'm already sitting. So go ahead.
So we do the show live to tape.
We do.
But I agree with you. We can't do this. We just made our first edit.
There was an edit. See?
So
I called for it.
I know you did.
Now you're okay.
I know. I'm coming around full time. So matter of fact, right now, can we get Bart to cue up the flub?
Can
you cue up the flub?
Is that a possible thing?
Okay, real quick, we're gonna cue up he doesn't have to do it real time.
Yeah.
We're already editing, so let's just keep editing. So we're going to edit. You're about to hear the flub.
All right.
Right now.
There's going to be an asterisk on this episode. You know that.
3, 2, and it was like magic. Like everything. It was amazing. Okay. So what happened there?
There you go.
What happened was...
Well, this happened a year ago.
It happens once a year.
Yeah, you got to set it up, give it the right backstory.
So we were talking, and before we made the edit, after we talked about how everything was magical and Frank just posted everything on Facebook, all went to shit.
Well, it didn't do anything.
It just
went out.
It just went out.
It didn't go to shit.
And what happened is we exceeded the runtime clock
on Pro Tools.
Yes.
Because we're such prolific podcaster.
Well, we're in a very efficient podcast. So the guys in the studio they have the project that is a continual project. They just open it up
and they just lay in the new.
They take the intro and outro, slide it over. So I think every show that we've done this year is in the same timeline, basically.
Yeah.
For efficiency purposes.
No, I think it's cool,
and it works. But there's a limit in Pro Tools.
24 hours.
And FDB Podcast pushes it to the limit every year.
We break the limit. Oh.
So anyway, that was all a setup just for me to say that.
No doubt. Push it to the limit.
Push it to the limit. So
good job.
Anyway, so we just want to say we're sorry for bringing you an edited show.
We'll never lie to you again.
But we're transparent about it.
We'll never lie to you.
Our conscience was too strong.
Yes.
Anyways. Yeah. So what have you been watching, man?
If we were actually drinking bourbon, it would be more apparent.
Oh yeah, it would be horrible.
We would never be able to.
This would be a bad situation.
Patch that up. Anyway.
What have you been watching, man? Have you been watching anything? You've been
lots actually. Yeah. So my downtime between movies and all the commercial and music video stuff is like chill on the couch, pour a glass of bourbon, watch a movie.
Yeah.
So last night I watched a movie. My wife and I watched a movie that we've been wanting to watch. I'd been wanting to watch for a very long time, called Midnight Special.
Yeah, it's on a couple people's lists.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I'd heard great things, but never had. Yeah, I passed over. I had the time. I just didn't do it.
It's an indie. It's like an indie flick, or
kind of. It's God, I gotta look it up now because I'm bad with names and such.
So anyway, you guys, was this like a at home thing? Did you go to
it was
the theater?
on HBO.
Okay.
Which what I hate. I'm gonna get this off my chest now.
Okay, do it.
I hate HBO for one reason.
What's that?
And it's from a visual perspective.
Okay.
They take anamorphically captured widescreen films.
Yeah.
And crop the edges off to make it fit full screen. It's the most bullcrap thing. Yes, absolutely.
I don't think I've ever noticed that.
Yes. So almost all their films, unless it's something super specific, they're all cropped edges, 16 by 9.
Come on, HBO.
And not every movie's filmed 16 by 9.
Yeah.
Very few are.
True story. So, HBO.
Anyway, Michael Shannon.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, God. This freaking phone.
Is that the redhead kid?
No, Michael Shannon. You know him. Boom.
Oh, man.
That guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know him. Directed by Jeff Nichols, who did, I believe he did, either way, whatever. He's a great director. It's a great movie. It's a sci-fi movie, drama, kind of like a mix between Stranger Things meets E.T.
Okay.
Kind of a deal.
All right.
Kid with powers gets abducted.
Nice.
Pursued by the government.
Awesome.
Watch what happens.
Kind of like Iron Giant, the cartoon.
Kind of, except this man's a real flesh and blood thing. Not
Awesome.
a metal beast.
So that was good.
Yeah.
All right.
It was fantastic.
Awesome.
Yeah, loved it. Highly recommended.
Awesome.
So,
Now, staying on the topic of sci-fi,
yes.
did you get through Westworld?
Absolutely.
I'm on episode 5. I finished episode 5 or 6 last night.
It's amazing. And I need you to finish it so we can
Here's
talk
the thing.
about it.
I agree that I like it.
Yeah.
I'm not willing to go with the amazing. I say amazing's a lot, so I get what you're coming from.
It's a television show.
But I'm not really willing to say that yet. Episode 4 got sleepy. It got real sleepy.
I don't know what happened there.
Well, it's when the girl is starting to sort of self-identify, and there's there's a whole moment that gets super sleepy.
Yeah. No. You just gotta kind of.
But I'm pushing through, and now it's starting to pick up.
Yeah.
Because she's kind of turning into a badass. There's some interesting things happening.
You really can't talk about it without giving anything away.
Absolutely.
It's just trust me, it's good. Watch it.
So I finished the episode where it ends with the girl, one of the main girls, with a bird on her finger.
Yeah.
Downstairs.
Yes. yes.
So those of you who know the show know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
What a great ending. Those of you who don't know the show are like, what in the world?
Just watch it.
Yeah, so check it out.
It's
really good. I'm not a big fan of, the Star Wars Roby types, that sort of thing, but this is
it's not even close.
No, this is one of those sci-fi films that is set somewhat in reality, and you could plausibly see this happening.
Yes, and it's a terrifying idea that this would happen.
It's kind of awesome.
Yeah.
So that's cool. What else have you been watching?
What else have I been watching?
Any non-sci-fi?
I sent you a picture the other day. When my
oh my God, you watched it,
sister.
Did you watch it, or was it just?
Oh no, we watched.
You watched the whole thing
while we played Scrabble.
Oh man, why would you ruin a film like that?
Well, let's just say a lot of Scrabble didn't get played.
Okay,
because we were watching.
Because it's so good.
We watched Point Break.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
amazing. And it was so amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I've got some news.
What?
I don't know. I can't give full details.
Yeah.
I cannot give full details, but
I don't know how realistic this is.
There is a good chance that a major if this happens, my life will be complete. There is a good chance because of a producer that I just recently worked with in LA. There's a very good chance. I'm going to say a 90% chance that we will have on this show a significant character from Point Break. That's all I'm going to say. Significant character.
If that happens,
it's going to be amazing.
Yeah. I don't even know what I'll do.
So anyway, I'm not going to give away any more. I don't want to commit to something that's not going to happen, but I'm pretty sure it is going to happen.
All right.
And we will be bringing you probably one of the most prolific characters of my life.
It'll be like Brandon's birthday all over again.
So
that will be the highlight.
But yeah, I'm so glad you watched Point Break. I watch it once a year.
Yeah, it's not like I haven't seen it before.
Yeah, it's great.
I've seen it multiple times.
Catherine Bigelow.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
It's amazing.
Yeah, Hurt Locker, Zero Dark 30.
Yeah, there's a whole
used to be married to James Cameron.
Yeah, and there's a whole entire.
I know her.
There's a whole entire live action play called Point Break Live that happens in New York and L.A.
Yeah,
where it's like the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Weren't you going to try to go to that?
Yes, I want to be on it. Joe Ville from New York, a friend of mine. We're going to go together. It's going to be great.
That'll be fun.
It's going to be awesome.
Point Break Live.
Yeah.
Cool. What about you?
Anyways,
man? What have you been watching?
Well, I'm super stoked about season 2 of The Path.
Yeah, I never finished season 1.
Crap.
I'm behind.
It looks amazing. So I'm stoked on that. Been watching Mars with my daughter.
Haven't seen that either.
Really good. It's on National Geographic.
Yeah. They hired like an indie director to do this drama series.
It is this really cool fictional documentary, if you will.
But aren't there narrative, dramatic aspects?
Yes, that's why I said fictional documentary, because for the most part the science is real,
yeah,
and they're talking about the plausibilities of travel to Mars, etc. But then there's another half of the show where they're showing it actually happen in real time. So you see these people get in a rocket and they're traveling to Mars, but then throughout the show you get these insights from like Elon Musk and Neil deGrasse Tyson and these other NASA cats that's
about
like
how it's actually
real
possible.
science, but they cut it in a way where it doesn't, it feels cohesive. Like it feels like,
do they visually?
It's good, man.
Do they make a visual distinction? Like, are the interviews shot 16:9 and then the
no,
trauma reports are set?
It's basically it's like cutting back in time. It's like you're watching these people on Mars, and then they're basically like, here's how we did it. They're like cutting to like old interviews, kind of sort of. Dude, just watch it. It's good.
Huh?
It's
that
super
sounds like
good.
Something I'd really.
So
like.
it's something me and my daughter. It's a thing for us on the weekends to watch documentaries.
Yeah.
So this is something that has kind of evolved naturally because on the weekends I like to watch documentaries. And then there was one, I forget the one that locked her in. It's probably Cosmos.
Venom and Fire, I think.
Yeah, exactly. And I said, sit down and watch this with me, sort of thing. And she just, she's fascinated by science. And so now it's kind of become our thing where it's like, Saturday morning, we wake up, I drink my coffee, she's in her jammies, she sits down on the couch, we watch documentaries.
But this is kind of a cheat because it's not really a documentary.
No, well, kind of. It's good. I'm telling you, it's real
cheating.
Good.
Yeah.
And there's little shorts that show backstories of the characters that are really good.
Like apart from the show?
It's good,
or within
man.
the show, they're shorts?
They're outside of the show.
Oh, so you got to go find it, watch.
Well, it's in the...
Here's so-and-so's.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's good. They're like 30-minute asides.
Weird.
30-minute side stories that are amazing, that really
fleshed out the whole
build
thing.
onto the characters.
Yeah.
It's great.
I'll have to check it out.
So, been watching that. Been watching a lot of Pokemon, like the cartoon.
What's that?
Pokemon.
What is that?
You've seen Pokemon. So that's pretty awesome.
Like
Team
a
Rocket.
German thing?
Team Rocket's always trying to come in and steal the diamonds, the Pokies.
Yeah, there's still people
my son's still
play
real
that
into that.
Pokemon Go. Does your son play that?
Oh yeah, we play it.
You play that?
Yeah.
Did you catch them all?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
you got to like travel over the world to catch
we
them.
have an ongoing. It's an ongoing game. So
For sure.
if we're at a restaurant and we're bored, and Ash is like, hey, are there any Pokemons? We're at like a level 22, but it's fun.
See, you said they're
it's
like,
great.
Got a Bulbasaur.
Dude, look, anything that connects you with your kids is good in my book. So the fact that
or you with fellow man.
Sure. But the fact that me and my son are gamers together is cool.
You guys
like
been doing that for a while.
we have we play games. So me and him, we've got games. So we do Zelda, all that sort of stuff. We get into the story, we play them. Like I help him defeat the characters. That's like our thing. And then me and Elle do documentaries.
Yeah.
Which is pretty
great.
awesome.
You got things with each kid. But the Pokemon thing, I mean, I remember when that first came out. You do walking down the street. I started it, I'm not going to lie.
It's awesome.
And I was, by Gomez Tacos.
Yeah.
And I was doing my little thing. And the dude across the street was like, "What's up, bro? There's no good ones here, man. Check Washington Park."
It's, the boom has died off, but there's still the committed are still playing.
Yeah.
The war is still being fought.
The usage has dropped significantly.
The battle is being fought.
Yeah. Anyway.
But anyway, so what's funny is my daughter kind of has a meme. My kids all have memes of like me, like verbal memes.
Yeah.
So Elle will be like, "My name's Brandon Ferris. I'm a filmmaker. I watch documentaries. She like does this whole like thing, and I'm like,
your kids are just making fun of you.
Great,
that's
thanks.
awesome. I love it.
So, anyways, but yeah, man, just watching. We watch Chef's Table. The wife watches New Girl still. She keeps up with that.
Have you got to kick it back to sci-fi? Have you started watching or been watching Black Mirror?
No, but it's on my list, and I've heard a lot of good things.
You gotta check it out.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah,
and it tackles subjects kind of like the Westworld thing, where this could happen.
Yeah,
and here's why that would be absolutely terrifying.
Yes,
pretty cool.
Yeah, I kind of want to see that. Yeah. You saw Rogue One, right?
Absolutely.
I have not seen Rogue One. So
there's lots of robes.
Yeah, I don't want to. I know. I don't really want to jump into it,
but
because I'd like to talk about it intelligently.
There are so many people. Even if you just look at reviews online, they're like,
sure.
It doesn't feel like you're watching a Star Wars film entirely.
Right.
Yeah, some of the characters are there, some of the tie-ins are there, but the feeling is so different. It's like a war drama.
Yeah.
Is what it really is.
Yeah.
It just happens to be set in the Star Wars universe.
I'm gonna see it. Just haven't seen it yet. Been busy. I'll tell you a movie I just watched last night. And I literally, I think it's going to be in my top 10.
Point Break.
No. Money Monster.
The Clooney one.
Yes, this film that it was there, it was gone. It's like 58% on reviews.
Is that like the sequel to Moneyball?
No.
Gotcha.
Money Monster
is that the sequel to Money Pit?
No, it's not.
Oh.
But it is this great little film. It's a lot like Phone Booth. Remember Kiefer Sutherland?
Colin Farrell, yeah.
Colin Farrell, Phone Booth.
Oh, yeah.
The whole thing happens in a phone booth,
it's awesome.
right? He's being held hostage in a phone booth.
Fantastic.
Great film. So this whole thing happens. Clooney plays a character like on CNN or whatever, on one of those stock market money shows that's over the top.
Yeah.
And he does dances and all this sort of stuff. And he says, today's numbers are going to be this.
Bye.
Yeah, that sort of stuff.
I get it.
So so he does that. And Julia Roberts is the producer, so she's in the show, and she's like, you're an idiot, you're a chauvinist idiot guy sort of thing. And they're having this little banter, and then all of a sudden, she's like, who's that guy on camera 3? And they cut to camera 3, and there's a guy, and they're like, that's a delivery man. Delivery man walks onto the set. They're like, put a boom on him. Let's see where this is going to go. And people are watching his show because he's an idiot, it's live. And all of a sudden, dude drops the boxes, pulls out a gun.
Whoa.
Things go crazy.
Yeah.
He tells the producer, keep it live. Keep it live. So the TV's live. All of America is watching this hostage situation. Mm-hmm. He tells Clooney to open the box.
What's in the box?
A bomb vest.
What's in the box?
He tells Clooney, put this on.
Yeah.
If he lets go of his thumb, everyone blows up. That's the movie. It all happens in the newsroom, and all of the world is watching it live. And the whole thing is this negotiation of like, how are we getting out of this?
Nice.
So it was really good. Directed by Jodie Foster.
Directed by Jodie.
Yes, and she directed the hell out of it.
That's cool.
It's great. Now, I'm a realist. I'm not a big fan of happy endings. I like things when they're real. And this movie is a realism film that is... it feels very much like it could, like this, if this were to happen in real life,
that's how it ends.
This is how it would end.
Right.
It's beautiful.
Perfect.
I loved it. Yeah. So.
All right. Brandon gives it 2 thumbs up.
Yeah, man. Check it out.
2 cubes in the bourbon.
Check it out.
Gotcha.
So yeah, man.
Sweet.
What have you been working on?
Where do I start?
So you've been doing a lot of
2 months ago.
Yeah, you've been doing a lot of film, right?
Yes, lots of film.
So yeah, catch us up with. I don't know that we got too deep. Yeah, we talked about it on that last episode.
Which one?
We got into the Nick Cage one, right?
Yeah, so I did the Nick Cage one.
You were camera op, right?
I was B camera operator, and did some other Splinter unit work.
Cool.
Did commercials, music videos, and stuff in between.
Yep.
Was trying to get on another film, and then out of nowhere, this last film came up called UFO.
Correct.
Which filmed here. And it starred Gillian Anderson.
From the X-Files.
From X-Files. She was Scully. Funny story, our ACs named the batteries for the cameras Scully and Mulder.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm glad she didn't see those. She was really nice. So I was a camera operator on this one. Gillian Anderson, and our lead actor was a guy named Alex Sharp. Really nice guy. But it was a realistic sci-fi film about a UFO witnessing, I guess, event,
sure.
A UFO event at CVG Airport.
Oh, okay.
So people see this light in the sky. The official report comes out. They're like, oh, it's a 4-foot drone. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to see here.
Yeah.
But based on the observations, calculations, the kid does all the math, and he's like, wait, that thing's like 88 feet across. There's no way it's a 4-foot drone. And based on all the lights and the blah, 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 that's impossible. And so he goes on this whole exploration discovery, trying to figure out what the hell this thing was. And the results are surprising.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Pretty cool.
So it was all shot here?
All shot here. Yeah.
Awesome. And where did you guys, what kind of locations? Were you inside, outside? Were you?
All over the place. It was CVG Airport. We were UC campus at some of the lecture halls. We were in Clifton at some apartments, different various houses for different characters. Wilmington, we did some time up there, a couple days, in the worst weather ever for a production.
At like one of the airports up there?
Airfield,
yeah.
So just an abandoned road where we filmed a whole like military scene where these troops come and arrest our main character and stuff.
Nice.
But yeah, it was like 28 degrees and raining.
Yeah, I remember you texting me.
Oh, God. It was bad. Everyone's soaked to the bone, and we're like handheld, running down the street, chasing these characters. It's crazy.
So was this, from a production standpoint, like what kind of budget were you guys working with? What type of, like, a lot of people like to hear this stuff.
Yeah.
You know, what was your all's gear package each day?
For
that sort
sure.
Of thing?
So it was a tier 1 union film.
You're a union guy now, aren't you?
I'm a union guy.
You've been a union guy for a while.
But this is my second film as a union guy, and the next one will be my third one. And then after that, it'll be my fourth film.
Sure.
After that will be my fifth.
Are you allowed to talk on this podcast right now?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I've talked to the union steward.
Have we passed our limits? Do you need a break?
Yeah.
You need a break.
15 minutes.
Bring in Frank. He needs a break.
Oh, my gosh. I get my overtime after 8.
Yeah, exactly.
So it was tier 1. It was, just under $5 million. So, small in film terms, but
yeah, you had money to play with.
Yeah, I mean, we had Scully.
Sure.
So, we had some money. So we shot on Red Dragons with uncoated Zeiss super speed lenses.
Nice.
So super low contrast, lots of flaring, but spherical, not anamorphic.
Right.
And you know the difference now.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Yeah. Expert.
Yeah. So we had a great crew. It was 2-camera shoot, A and a B camera. B camera was also the Steadicam operator, a great dude named Dave Schwander in town. So it was like one of the first movies recently where both operators have been from Cincinnati.
Because Cincinnati's awesome.
It's kind of cool, yeah. Like we're building up this nice base where you don't have to go anywhere else. We have it all here.
Yeah, man. So everything went well? You feel like it was a good...
It went great.
Good experience?
Yeah. There's it's a lot of math. We shot a lot of math.
Yeah.
A lot of Alex sitting there at a table doing equations and shooting through plexiglass as he's doing equations.
Gotcha.
And him realizing that the equation's right. And then doing more equations. But yeah, nice. It'll be a cool movie.
That's awesome, man.
Good experience.
That's great. And you've got another one lined up, right?
Yes.
Can you even talk about that?
No, probably not. Maybe. I mean, I don't know if I'm on it yet.
There's a film that you may or may not be on.
Yeah. There's a film I may or may not be on. It's Emilio Estevez's new movie, The Public. It takes place in the public library.
It's great.
Waiting to hear back from production. I don't know. So I can say that.
Yeah.
I can say I met with the DP.
Yeah, maybe
I can say I had a great meeting.
Maybe
I can say the meeting lasted 3 hours in a bar.
Maybe they are listening now, and they're like,
maybe
we should give him the job.
Yeah, he mentioned it. Nope, don't hire him. Anyway, yes, there's a chance that I could do that, and that would start mid-January.
Man, you went from commercial guy to film guy.
Yeah, I'd like to do a nice balance. What I'm trying to do, and I can definitely be honest about this, I'm trying to get my 600 hours to qualify for health insurance and all that stuff through the union.
Gotcha.
And then...
Can you break that down that's just not a world I live in.
Yeah.
Some of our listeners might not be in that world. Some might be dipping their toe in that world.
Mm-hmm.
Can you break that down for a second? Why does it matter? What are you in? What do you get from the union? Why you can't, there's certain jobs you can get because you're in unions, certain you can't. Just, let's take an aside here and break this down.
Okay.
Film, union, go.
So... with the union, certain productions of a certain size have to sign, or they sign a union contract, and the union contract guarantees a certain amount of pay, fair working conditions, decent working hours, health benefits to their employees.
Okay.
To work on a union production, you have to be a member of the union.
Yes.
So there's a benefit there. Typically, union productions are bigger budget productions.
Right.
And if you want to work on bigger budget productions, you have to be in the union.
But there's different unions.
There are different unions. So I used to be a member of Local 209, which was the grip and electric union in Cincinnati.
Yep.
And I did quite a few films as a grip or electric, whatever, best boy.
You've always been the best boy.
Yeah.
You've always been my best boy.
Been your best boy. And then I started shooting. With you and other people.
Let's just take a moment and let's just realize that you're doing fancy movie stuff now.
Yeah.
But I remember...
my humble beginnings.
I remember a moment in which I made a specific decision to take a chance on a guy like you.
Yeah.
And we went to Miami.
Yes.
And we filmed a piece for Carnival Cruise.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to think that potentially in the history books goes down as maybe your big break.
Yeah.
One of.
I think that was the start to it all.
Yeah.
Honestly.
It was good, man.
Yeah, because, I mean, you never know. Maybe I could have continued.
You may have
grip, and gotten so beaten down.
Yeah, you could have been horrible.
I'm done. I'm going to go distill bourbon somewhere.
But instead, we went to Miami, and you climbed a palm tree for me.
I did.
And you got me a coconut.
Because you were down in the dumps. You were feeling down. And so
I was feeling defeated. And you picked me back up with a coconut.
Hey, what do you want? You want a coconut? I'll get you a coconut.
Yes, I do.
I threw off my shoes, and I climbed the tree.
You shimmied up that tree, and now look at you, kid.
Yeah. It's all from the coconuts.
It's all there. Yeah. Anyways. So...
To get back to it.
Now, because of that moment.
Yes.
Because of me.
Because of you.
Because of me, you're now a big Hollywood.
You gave me a chance.
DP.
And now I'm shooting. No.
So anyway, you were in the local.
I was in the local 209, Grip Electric. Started shooting a bunch. Decided, hey, if I want to keep doing this, I got to step it up. I got to find a way to join local 600.
Yeah. Which is what's different about that?
International Camera Union.
Okay.
So that's camera specific. You got your DPs, your operators, your ACs, utilities, all that stuff. Anything camera related it's the ICG, International Cinematographers Guild.
Got it.
So if you want to be a DP, you got to join 600. So I did a movie. The first one, the Nick Cage movie, was non-union, and I did it as an operator. I'm like, if I'm going to get in the union, I got to get a bunch of operator days. I got to get my credits up, whatever. I'll do this movie while I try to figure this out. Did the movie, realized that it was starring Nick Cage. Didn't know that first. Got down there, about a week in, it flips from non-union to union.
So you were like, all right.
Which
great.
Is an interesting prospect for me. So anyway, I'm part of the union now. Did this last movie.
The last movie was a union movie.
Yeah, that was absolutely, yeah. So you had to be.
So you went in non-union.
Yeah.
Nick Cage. Movie got to a level where it flipped.
Became a
union movie.
Yes.
Then the next movie you did was a union movie. At this point, you're like doing the math and you're like, okay, my hours are hitting in. And you're like, okay, I just need to...
So the whole thing with hour, you have to have a certain number of hours at your position or above to qualify for benefits like health and all that stuff, retirement, all that. Your employer pays into all those benefits. You just have to hit a threshold to qualify. And then, so it's 600 hours. And then you have to, every 6 months after that, have 400 hours to maintain.
So it's not just you're in for life. You're in, and then you got to keep
working to maintain it. Yeah. So what that equates to is 40 days every 6 months, basically.
Yeah.
You break it down. So 2 small movies or 1 big movie every 6 months, which is not a ton.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a decent amount.
Not unrealistic.
No, you're pretty much working, part-time as whatever your position is, which leaves the opening for me to do commercial stuff, music video stuff, and, the cool things.
All right,
so that's
awesome.
it.
So for those that are wanting to get into the union, any next steps for them, places they should go, things they should see, and at what point would you recommend people? Union's probably not for you if you do this, but if you're doing this, you should probably push that direction.
If you're highly specialized in whatever position it is you are, so if you're an AC and all you want to do is AC, if you're an operator, all you want to do is operate, DP, just DP, and you're working on decent sized productions and you want to continue that trend upwards, I'd say the union's probably the right thing for you. It affords you the opportunity to work on large scale deals.
Gotcha.
If you don't do it, you're kind of plateauing right there. You're like, all right, this is as far as I'm going to go. Yes, you can do great work non-union. There's a lot of really cool indies that do fantastic, artful work. A lot of commercials are non-union. Almost all music videos are non-union, the smaller ones. But if you have in your mind, you're like, I want to be the next Roger Deakins. I want to be the next whatever, Villeneuve. You have to be a part of your respective union.
Play by the rules.
Yeah. If, however, you are a one-man band, if you just do corporate stuff, if you're in the local game or you do it part-time, probably not. It's probably not a wise investment because it is expensive.
Sure.
So do you want to fork over the however many thousands of dollars to join the union if you're not actually going to put in the hours to qualify for the benefits?
Sure.
No, probably not.
What about on the commercial side of things?
As far as
So
what?
branded content, commercials, those sort of deals.
It depends on how big the commercials are. A lot of I mean, your Nike spots, your McDonald's spots, your things of those nature are going to be union productions, and you have to be a union member to work on those.
Right.
So if you start doing those, you're probably going to be pressured into joining the DGA
Sure.
as a director. So that's something you're going to need to think about.
I mean, they might call me.
They will. They'll call you. But if
Invite
you're
me
doing stuff that we we do all the time, the kind of budgets and
Sure.
scales that we've been working on, no. If that's what you want to do for
Yeah.
the rest of your life, no, don't worry about it. Just keep doing what you're doing. You know,
So there you go, people. Look it up. Unions
for sure.
might be right for you, might
But
not.
it's really not something to worry about, I would say. If it comes to the point where you're going to need to join, it's
Yeah.
going to be obvious, and they're going to tell you.
In college, I was working at a place called Sonic Arts. Now it goes by Sonic Sphere in Chicago.
Yeah.
And I wrote a commercial for Ford trucks, and they selected it to be the final thing. So it got squirrely because I was just a kid in college and I didn't have any union, whatever. So they did a Taft Hartley, which is basically like a pass.
Yeah.
So the Taft Hartley was basically like, hey, this is a one-time thing. It's cool that you are not in the union.
For sure.
But if you're going to keep doing this, you need to join the union.
Yes, and that's what they'll
So
do.
I had a Taft
basically.
Hartley situation.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what they'll do.
So, yeah, it was a great track, by the way. We should introduce that on the show. It was called "Leading the Way." It was like, "Ford's gonna lead the way, leading the way." It was awesome.
Was there a lot of ukulele?
No, it was like
it's a Brandon
it was
staple.
like drop D tuning, blues guitar, and me singing about Ford trucks.
Perfect.
It was badass.
And you made a bunch of money out of it.
Yeah, man, it was fun. So
That's cool.
Yeah, man. So that's cool.
Anyway, that's the whole union deal.
Because of your filmmaking,
Yeah.
your budding filmmaking career,
Budding.
we have not been able to work on a couple things.
Yes.
So
One of which is in this very building
yeah, so
right
it was
now being worked on.
Oh yeah, true. That's true.
Kill Game.
Yes, our film. But anyway, we so you know, everyone knows from listening to the show, you're my go-to. You're my first call DP. We've worked together so much. We do a podcast together. We have a relationship.
Yeah. We can tolerate each other.
I
in confined
officiated
spaces.
your wedding.
You did. Yeah.
When you have
we'll put it this way. You married me.
Yeah, I married you. When you have crossed that threshold,
Yeah.
like there's no question about how this is going to operate. It's just a matter of, are we all available?
And there's no going back.
Yeah, there's no going back. It's just how it happens. So anyway, we had this thing pop up for Mentos candy.
Is it candy or gum or
It's
mint?
it's a mint, but it's
Or
like a chewy candy.
Uh-huh.
And we had an opportunity to do this fun little social media piece for like clickbait for Christmas.
Is that the one that goes, "Who says no to Mentos?"
That is at the
Okay.
end. They have a little
Gotcha.
jingle, but and so the concept with the agency, Matter Creative Group out of Cincinnati, the idea was this sort of over the top Pinterest-filled Christmas party where everything was perfect, and these two characters in the background are watching it unfold. Like, what is going on? This has gotten a little too complicated.
Yeah.
Let's just keep it simple and enjoy some Mentos. And the one person offers some Mentos to the other person, whatever. And so I said, great, I love it. I think it's really fun. Let's shoot it at a high frame rate. Mm-hmm. And so we wanted to shoot it at 240 frames per second. And so we had this big idea. We pitched a really big budget. We were going to go with the weapon, and we had this big art direction budget. We had all this sort of stuff, and then the client was like, "Well, actually, we'd really like to put some of that money into the media buy." So then what we had to do was we had to reduce the budget down.
Yeah.
So then we were like, "Okay, how do we do this with the smaller budget?" And then so what we ended up doing was we ended up shooting it on the Sony FS7.
Mm-hmm. Great low camera.
Yeah, so we shot it on that with some Zeiss glass, and we had it on a doorway dolly because we had a limited budget, and the whole thing was one take, basically, just one shot.
Yeah.
And
just a push.
So anyway, since you were not available, this was more of a technical sort of shoot, and I've been wanting to hang out with my friend in New York, Angus, who he's been on the show. We've had him on the show, right? We called him in.
Yeah, he did a call in. Yeah.
So I said, Angus, are you available? And he was like, absolutely. So in his little Australian accent. So it was fun. So he came up. We had a great time. It was good to see him and hang out with him, and had a great shoot. And it was a lot of fun. So if you're
I saw the spot, it looked fantastic.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah. We had so much light, and we knew we had to have a lot of light because
240 frames.
Because the Sony needs light.
Yes.
Or it gets grainy and crunchy.
Yes.
So Brandon Kramer was our colorist, and he was like, make sure you got light. And so anyway, we had I forget the name. They're these giant LED.
Aiden Tech.
I think so. They're massive.
Were they green?
They were huge.
Were they green in color, like the outside, the casing?
Maybe
not the quality.
They were this big. They were huge, big square panels, probably three. Nine lenses in each light.
No,
we had like 5 of them.
And they were LED.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I might be crazy.
Because all I know, the 9 lights you can buy or rent from Midwest, they're all tungsten. I don't know if they have an LED version.
I don't. Maybe.
Were they hot? Did they get really hot?
I don't think so.
Oh, then they must have been LED.
I think they were LED. I might be wrong, but I think they were LED.
Weird.
Yeah. Anyways, we had a lot of light. It was basically like we created a giant life-size human light box, like you would for like taking like product photography.
Yeah.
I mean, it was glowing. It was so bright. It was amazing. So if you go to Leap Frames Vimeo, our new website's being built, so you can't find it, but there's a behind the scenes, which is kind of fun. So we'll post it in the Slack group. I tweeted it out. If you follow at Brandon Ferris on Twitter, you'll see it. I posted it. It's a behind the scenes of the Mentos spot. So you'll see kind of what our setup was. And it was just a lot of fun, man. But that was one that we missed out on. So but it was good. I get to hang out with Angus.
You were in good hands.
I know, man. He's great.
I felt good.
Yeah.
You guys have done project. He did the Shaw flooring thing, the New York portion, the time lapse.
Yeah, he's great.
So we've worked together on projects.
Proxy. By proxy. Yeah. So
did it look like that?
Bigger
than that.
Yeah, bigger, wider.
Bigger, wider.
But it was a lot of fun. So we did that. We've got some other things in the hopper right now.
Have I been on the show since the Mexico thing?
I don't know if you have or not.
I don't know.
But I did.
All I know is I saw the final product. It's fantastic.
It's good stuff. So we're really
By the way, I
excited
love
about
that word, fantastic.
Yeah, it's a good word.
Yeah, she keeps saying it. Fantastic.
Yeah, I think maybe we did. We talked about the carne. Remember? We talked about the carne, getting in and out of customs.
Yeah, well, that was I think prior, wasn't that?
Maybe.
I thought that was before you left.
Maybe.
Anyway,
I don't know.
You came back more interesting. Let's say.
Yeah. I am now.
You had a few Dos Equis.
Yes.
You came back way more interesting.
I'm way more interesting. Yeah.
By the way, have you seen that guy?
They got a new guy now.
The new most interesting man in the world.
Yeah.
He's like 7 feet tall.
Tall. Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
They just swapped out the old guy.
Yeah, but he's not as charismatic.
My guess is the old guy either got too expensive.
No, I know exactly what it was. The dude on one of the movies recently knew
of
the whole situation, said he just became a total asshole.
Really?
Yeah, and he was so demanding and wanted the world, basically.
Wow.
He came from like soap operas or whatever he was doing before, and now he's this huge commercial star, ego inflated, and they're like, we don't need you.
Wow.
We're going to get somebody cheaper, somebody newer, which is actually going to re-up the brand.
Yeah. Push the campaign forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, new life.
People are getting tired of you.
Interesting.
So, bye-bye.
Interesting. The most interesting man in the world is no longer the most interesting man in the world.
Well, he might be.
He could still be.
Yeah, he could be like spiraling down in his own life, which I hope it's not the case,
Yeah.
but he
Could
may be
happen.
even more interesting now. He started painting, probably,
Yeah, probably happened.
He probably started painting and
Exactly.
writing books. And, I don't know.
So what anything you're excited about these days? I mean, you're working, we're watching stuff. That's just kind of the given, but is there anything recently? There's a couple things that I saw that piqued my interest. Did you see the rumors about the Canon C100 Mark III?
I did not.
Evidently, there's rumors that they're going to release a Mark III that shoots 4K.
It's just the C300 Mark II.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
Why?
what? But yeah, there's this whole thing on the internets, and they're like, yeah, NAB. So NAB's potentially going to be a big year, is what they're saying. I don't know.
Well, I did hear the rumor not rumor, but I saw some stuff from the Canon C700.
Yeah,
the new one of that, the modular cinema camera that's supposed to compete with the Alexa Mini and all that stuff.
They look good.
It looks fantastic. Yeah. See that? There's that word again.
Nice.
It looks really nice.
Yeah, there you go.
But it's got a removable side panel, like that you can use as a remote.
Yeah,
it's all really cool.
Well, I forgot to tell you who showed up in LA at our FTB meetup, and this has nothing to do with Canon.
Keanu Reeves.
It has everything to do with Blackmagic.
A wizard.
No.
What?
Short wife. Blackmagic.
Clifton Stommel.
Yes.
Nice.
The two of them came out, and it was amazing because
Stommel House.
I turn around and I look up because he's like 7'8". He's so tall.
Maybe it's 8'7". I don't know.
And then I immediately look straight down because his wife is like 4 foot tall.
Evelyn. They're both.
They're
awesome.
amazing. They're the coolest.
Really cool people.
So I got so excited that they showed up. It was a lot of fun. But everybody at the meetup was shooting on Blackmagic.
Really?
Yeah, and they were like giving me tons of shit. They were like, yeah, we're all black. Like everybody was shooting on Ursa Mini,
raw,
Pocket,
4.6K RAW.
Yeah, it was fun. But I do have to admit, man, there's some great stuff I've seen. So, but anyway, I thought that was interesting. The rumor about the Canon. I was like, you're just describing the C300 Mark II.
Absolutely, which I did a shoot with recently.
Do you like it?
I've done 2 with the C300 Mark II, and I absolutely love that camera.
I know. I think I'm going to buy it.
Color science is really good. The 4K.
Did you just hear what I said?
Do it.
I think I'm going to get it.
Get it in PL mount.
I know. You know what? We this year in 2016, I don't think I did any 2-camera shoots.
No.
I have moved on.
Yeah. What you started
I only need
doing the
1 camera.
talking head things.
Yeah.
You haven't done any of that.
No.
Any corporate work's been branded doc stuff for you.
Yes. Yeah. So we used to do a lot of work with a client that all they did was talk. So we needed that second camera.
To make it interesting.
And this year we have really pushed towards doing just branded content that's heavy in B-roll that really tells a cinematic story.
Yeah.
And a lot of commercial work. And so I don't ever use 2 cameras. So
nor should you.
I know. And so at this point, I'm almost leaning towards selling the C100s
and getting a
C300.
Ooh, yes.
And then if I have a 2-camera shoot, just rent
it.
Just rent another C300 or rent another C100 Mark II.
Absolutely.
And
or Mark III.
Or Mark III if it comes out because I'm only
why not?
Why?
Yeah.
I don't need 2 cameras.
No, but if you did have a single camera, it should be the top of the line one. For that.
Yeah, I mean, I love Canon. There's, trust me, if we're shooting a commercial with a budget, I'm going to shoot on the Arri.
You love the Arri.
I love the Arri. I don't care what anybody says. Yeah. I love it.
I don't think anybody will debate you.
No, it's amazing. So I'm going to shoot on Arri. I feel like the red stuff is just that's crunchy-ish. I don't know.
Depends on how it's treated.
Yeah. But I've loved everything we've ever done on the Arri. If I have a budget, a budget, no, we've done a couple. If I have a budget, I want to shoot on that. Cool. Otherwise, I just need something that is efficient and easy and a workhorse, and that's what Canon does, man.
Well, the C300 Mark II does it all. 4K, you can do some high frame rate stuff, and I think you can do RAW on it too.
Yeah,
it's an outboard recorder.
Built. I mean, the way the C100s worked in Mexico, just sold it from. They're just workhorses.
They are.
So
that's a smart move.
I'm a fan.
Yeah. I'm so glad I'm getting out of that game, ownership of gear. And,
I just talked to somebody the other day who's an independent shooter, owns a Dragon.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a $50,000 camera.
It's a lot for fully functional kit.
I'm doing the math and I'm trying to figure out
how do you justify
how it works.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I guess if you have indispensable income to just buy $50,000 cameras.
Funny thing though, I just did a shoot a month ago, about a month ago with our buddy Brad Gollowin.
Yeah.
Did a music video. We used the Red One.
Oh, the archive.
We used the Red One.
Bring it out.
We used super speed lenses.
Bring it out.
It was treated as black and white in post. It looks great. It looks really good. You know, so
of course.
You can still get
a
great image.
It's an antique. If you just wait a couple more years, people are going to be dying to use that thing. Like,
be like shoot on
throwback.
film.
Like, it'd be like Polaroid.
It'd be really hard too. Yeah. Like what? A spinning disc hard drive? What? It weighs 35 pounds?
Part of the thrill of it is will you actually get the footage you shot?
Absolutely. How many drop frames will you have?
How dangerous do you want to be?
Yeah.
I mean, that's easy to shoot on the weapon, but if you want to be dangerous.
It's literally impossible to shoot film now, but we could try the Red One. We could do it. It might fire up. I don't know.
That's awesome.
Dust the
but anything that you've seen or heard or buzz or that you're like, excited about? Are you going to any conferences this year? Are you, 2017, you got anything lined up?
You know what my goal is for 2017?
Work.
Continue working.
Yeah.
That's it. That's
cool.
all I want to do.
That's cool.
I want to work. I want to get, hopefully, I want to have 5 films shot as an operator by the end of 2017.
Yeah.
And I want to be on my way to
DP.
Shooting, my first feature as a DP.
Sure, that's going to happen.
Yeah.
That's going to happen sooner than being on 5 films as an operator.
I don't think so.
You're getting the call. You're going to get the call.
I don't know.
It's happening.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Either way. I like your enthusiasm.
I'm a believer.
Yeah. Vote of confidence.
Yeah,
but no, as far as cameras and stuff, nothing crazy. Lenses. I'll throw this out. I'm excited for a local.
Oh wait, we got Anthony Reese chiming in.
Really?
Anthony. Yo, we're taping the show right now, man.
Mr. Schneider.
What's good? I just left the soundstage at E-Film in Hollywood working on a Disney feature.
Nice,
That's
man.
insane.
So yeah, we so glad you just called in on the show. This was unexpected, people. We're talking to Anthony Reese, former editor with Leap Frame. Now he's out in LA. He's a dailies technician, right? Give us a quick rundown.
Yeah, doing daily stuff for I can't really talk about it, but Disney feature.
Nice.
He's a big shot now.
So you're running like some crazy edit-based situation where you're, getting everything laid out for the directors and stuff?
Basically, yeah, syncing, logging, and ingesting all the footage that they shoot each day and then delivering it to editorial and the director and DP.
That's awesome.
Nice. Are you pulling like 15-hour days, or what are you doing these days?
The past week's been like 12-hour shifts a night, basically.
Overnights.
I go in once production wraps, so it changes every day, but usually it's around 8:30 or 9 p.m., and then I guess right now it's 8:30 in the morning here, so about a 12-hour shift, yeah.
Wow.
Crushing it out there, man. Crushing it. Well, I'm sorry we didn't get to hang out when I was just out there, man. I missed you at the FTB meetup, but you were like...
I know, dude. I had to work. I was working on this.
Yeah, I know. But you're coming home for the holidays, right?
Yeah, I'll be there on the 24th. I actually just got off the phone with Kleiman. We got some things in the works.
Nice, awesome. He's like 2 rooms over.
Yeah, that's why I called. You guys were there.
Nice.
Awesome, man. Cool. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's connect when you're in town, and let's hang out for sure.
Definitely. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, see you, man.
All right, peace.
Later. That's what the show's about. It's about friends. It's about connection. It's about the industry.
Maintaining relationships.
It's just cool, man.
Yeah.
So
Anthony, he moved out there just on a whim.
Well,
First, he went to Colorado.
He went to Colorado. No.
Wyoming.
He went to Wyoming. He wanted to get into action sports stuff. He just wasn't feeling the vibe out there.
So he went to a warmer climate.
So then he decided, I'm going to L.A. He had a bunch of friends and connections out there, and it was a slow start, but then, boom, he made the connection, and that's the way L.A. works. Once you make one connection, you're on fire.
He's in the right spot now.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff he's doing is cool. The fact that he can't talk about it, big stuff.
Yeah, that's good.
That's
Disney.
where you want to be.
Yeah, Disney.
Disney.
Could be the new High School Musical.
Ooh.
That'd be hot.
I don't think so.
So, yeah.
I did see something on Face. He posted something about doing dailies for the Blade Runner sequel. I think he had a hand in some Blade Runner stuff. With
That'd be sweet.
Harrison Ford and what's his name?
Yeah.
What's the guy's name?
That guy my wife likes.
What's his name?
He's in La La Land.
Goose, something goose.
Like
a baby goose. A gosling. That's
Gosling,
what it is.
yeah. There you go.
A child goose.
Oh, man.
Ryan Baby Goose.
So I might, speaking of things to look forward to, I think this year I'm going to try to go out to Austin to check out the Masters of Motion conference.
Yeah.
It's like a filmmaker boot camp, like a boot camp workshop where
people
during the day, you have like guest speakers who like break down their like process and like give you insight like any other, good conference.
Yeah.
And then the second half of the day are setups. You get broke into a team and you go off into, whether it's a hotel room or whatever, and you actually like build a thing.
Practical workshop.
You set it up and you start to like get your hands dirty.
One of the other, so a DP that I'm connected with through Brad Gollowin and through a few other places actually was a guest speaker at that recently.
Oh, cool.
His name's John Pope.
Sweet.
Instagram JP Empire, I believe. Shout out to you.
Cool.
I don't think we've ever spoken.
Well, I mean, maybe I'll run to him. But so...
But yeah, he was one of the guest speakers, and it looked sweet.
I think it's happening like right now. It happens in the winter, like January or December or something like that. So maybe it's
like a whole workshop thing.
September or fall, sometime in the fall or winter. So so unlike NAB, which happens in the spring, you've got to you kind of wait all year to go to it. So but I think I've got it in my budget. I'm going to go out there and
do it.
I just want to meet people. I just want to make more connections with filmmaking community, get connected and
learn.
And
just learn, man.
Yeah, man. Learn new stuff.
Take some away. I think it'd be sweet. Like I would love to go and learn from people like John and be like, oh, dude, what kind of techniques are you employing? Employing? How can we learn from each other, kind of thing.
So that's what I'm looking forward to. Nice. That's the thing I'm excited about is that.
And it's you said Austin?
Yeah. Great town.
Sweet. I've never been to Austin.
Yeah. The other thing I'm excited about is the launch of the new leap frame.
The new leap frame.
The new leap frame.
The new leap frame.
Yep. We started in 2013 and we've grown
a whole overhaul, right?
Yeah, grown a lot since then and really have started to come into our own and have established our point of view very clearly. Yeah. And we've got a new website that's going to be launching, all new stuff, all new point of view. Really excited to share that with the world.
Are you shifting with the new leap frame rollout? Will you be shifting what kind of projects you try to go after?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a very defined chart of here's the projects we say no to.
Yeah.
Here's the projects we'll take, and here's the projects we will say yes to and spend money to get. So we have a marketing effort to really go after some stuff.
Master plan.
I'm gonna be hitting a somewhat of a mini production city tour.
Okay.
Where I'm going to be networking, so probably
with agencies and stuff.
Yeah, but in doing so, I'll probably be throwing some meetups. Chicago, New York, Atlanta.
It's a big one.
Austin.
Atlanta's huge.
Nashville.
Yeah.
So I got to make the numbers work for my budget, but I think I've got people. I think I can travel pretty light.
That'll be fun.
So, and maybe you want to join me on a couple.
Maybe.
That'd be fun, right?
We'll see how the year's going. We'll see how my production budget is looking.
We'll see how we'll talk to Chris.
I'm going to talk to my corporate backers.
Talk to Kristen and
I'm going to consult the board and see if they'll allow me to go.
Exactly. So
speaking of Nashville.
Yeah, man.
If I can take a moment.
Take it.
And
this moment's yours.
Do some some self-promotion here.
Yeah.
I just had a really cool project released a few days ago.
Oh, yeah?
That I'm pretty stoked about.
What is it?
With my buddy Mark Eshelman from Real Bear Media.
Yeah,
we did a video in Nashville, right outside Nashville, Franklin, Tennessee, with 21 Pilots and Mute Math.
Yeah.
A
collaborative
studio session. Yeah. So kind of a mix between a music video and just a live documentary.
It looks really good.
Thank you.
It's real nice.
Appreciate it.
It seems to be well received. It's like number one thing on YouTube, right?
No.
It's trending.
It was trending at number 6 the day after it released.
Yeah.
Now it's like 30 something.
Yeah.
But it's still like top 50 on YouTube overall. It's crazy.
That's fun.
Yeah. So that release, it's well received.
Oh, I've made it into your 1 million view club.
Have you?
Yeah. One of our Mentos pieces on Facebook is like at close to 2 million.
Wow.
1.9 million. I mean, they put a big media buy behind it.
But that's sweet.
Yeah.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah, it feels good to be there.
It's pretty sweet.
So
anyway, I just wanted to promote that and say go check that out. It's called TOPXMM. 21 Pilots and Mute Math.
Yeah.
And I think the extended title is 21 Pilots, The Mute Math Sessions.
Nice.
So anyway, check it out. That was all like anamorphic, Arri Alexa mini.
Sure.
Crazy lighting and...
That's awesome.
Kind of fun.
Let's just keep talking about ourselves.
Yeah.
How many millions of views?
I could. No.
Oh, God.
That's bad.
So,
bad form. I just wanted to promote that, though.
No, it's good, man. It's good. People like to hear what's going on, and we like to hear what's going on with you guys. So reach out to us at FDB Podcast on Instagram or Twitter.
I thought you were going to say .com.
No, I was on Instagram or Twitter. You can reach us at fdbpodcast@gmail.com if you want to shoot an email. If you want to...
Which, by the way, does that go directly to Frank now?
Frank's going to answer. If
Perfect.
Frank's going to answer. I might answer. I mean, it just depends.
If it's specific, he'll dish it off.
Yeah.
I like it.
Frank is the guy. He is now the guy. So join the Slack group. Go to ftbpodcast.com. Join the Slack group as always. And if there's one thing I would like to see happen before 2017 chimes in, is I would love to have 70 reviews on iTunes. I think right now we're at 68. Is that right, Frank? 68 or 67?
Really?
I've got to think that we have enough listeners who haven't taken the time yet to go to iTunes and do a rate and review. There's got to be at least 3.
Easy.
5.
Easy.
Maybe. If you guys could, if you're listening to this episode, if you know somebody who knows somebody, if you have a friend who has a friend who's a filmmaker, please help us out. Let's just get this done and over with. Let's go into 2017 with the 70 mark. Solid 70.
I know it's annoying, but it takes a minute.
It takes a minute, and it really helps us out.
I know you forgot your iTunes password. Just look it up. Reset your password.
Reset the password.
Sign in.
5-star rating. 5-star rating, and give us a little review. It really helps out. Helps people who are interested when they see the show. What is the show about? When they see it's 5-star, when they see there's lots of reviews.
I don't know if they'll know what it's about. Yeah. It's a pretty, confusing title.
It is. So, but we would really appreciate that. That'd be a lot of fun going into 2017. And speaking of, as we come to wrap up this show, in 2017, it's going to be exciting. And at the first of the year, we're going to have, as one of our first guests, Frank, the Man of Steel, producer extraordinaire, filmmaker, producer extraordinaire.
Exactly.
Filmmaker, podcast producer extraordinaire.
We're going to learn all about his story.
Potential superhero.
Maybe.
That's something we're going to have to talk about. That he may get released. Well, not really, because he's going to be in the middle. He's either going to be on you or me. So
released.
Yeah, there's got to be a 2. Both of us have to vote somebody off the island. So he's either going to be in your camp and I'm going to be the odd man out, or he's going to be in my camp and you're going to be the odd man out.
For this, you're talking about the superhero debate.
Superhero debate.
Gotcha.
So we'll find out. Stay tuned in January. Frank, the Man of Steel, is going to be on the show.
Frank the Steel Tank.
Frank the Steel Tank will be on the show.
There you go.
And I think he's got some big ideas about where he wants the show to go. He's got some. He's very involved on the Slack group.
Good.
He has a great point of view. He's got a lot of insight. So I think he's going to be telling us what to do.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with a man named Steel.
With a steel tank.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Exactly. So anyway, cool. A lot of fun. It's been a great year. I don't know that we're going to have another show before 2017.
We might, though.
I'm not going to say we're not.
If we don't,
then we love you.
We love you.
Happy New Year.
Exactly.
If we do, we'll say this again next time.
Week or whatever. Yeah.
But it's been a hell of a year.
It is.
We're on episode 75, 73. Episode 73.
Good Lord.
Which, by the way, if we could get 73 reviews, that would mean we have one review for every episode.
We need that.
That would be amazing.
We need that.
Get us to 73.
Full court press.
Full court press. But it's going to be a great year. I think we're going to have some good guests, some good giveaways, some good bourbon. I think a lot is in store, and I think more than anything, I'm really excited to hear from filmmakers across the country with our new segments of the listener contributor content.
Yes. Which I think we need a better title, but
I mean,
yeah,
I feel like it's pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's got to be. I'll brainstorm.
Okay.
I've got some ideas.
But. If you're a listener, if you're an avid listener to the show, if you're on the Slack group, even if you're not, tweet at us.
Yes.
If you have a good idea for the segment, again, this is content
contributions.
Let me tell you, this is content contributed by listeners.
By listeners.
i.e., listener contributed content.
I know.
If you think there's a better way to say that,
Yeah.
we'd love to hear it.
Yeah.
But for now,
there is.
But for now,
For sure.
yeah. LC squared, man.
LC squared. All right.
LC
anyway,
squared. All right.
It was good being back. Good chat.
Yeah.
Hopefully we have another one by the end of the week.
Yeah. Cheers, man. This podcast was recorded live at Sound Images Studio. Find out more at soundimages.com.